Peace, family. Peace, family. Peace, family. There we go. There we go. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Finally broke 1,000 on the new page. Gonna have me a little bit of this here nice tea. And celebrate with you guys, as well as get my brother in here so that we can tap in. So finally got back on the live. I had another page. I had to revamp it. Now I'm on here. Just broke 1,000 today, so I appreciate you guys. Um, we're gonna tap in. We're gonna tune in. We're gonna answer some questions, and hopefully I can help some of you guys out as far as any disputes that you guys are dealing with, any letters that you guys are sending out to any of these companies, any of these corporations, and kind of give you a better layout and a better construct of how these things actually play out. Excuse me. Drinking some tea, man, on my vegan journey as well. So shout out to all of the, well, let me not say vegan, pretty much just like deal with fruits and vegetables, family, you know. But all in all, it's all love. I appreciate you guys tapping in. And if you watched any of my videos, you know what it is that I'm putting out there right now. So I'm here to answer any and all questions that you may have pertaining with the 1099s, dealing with filing some documents on public record, because it's a rocky road trying to figure this stuff out. So um, I don't work for a living as far as punching a clock or anything like that. Um, I do receive my interest payments. I do deposit my interest payments, and I do have a really solid foundation and a really good life. And I'm hoping that I can extend that to you guys and fellowship, and we can rock out and get some things going and make this quote unquote planet a better place. Oh wow, yes ma'am. What do you look for in a man? So appreciate you guys joining in. So please, if you can, drop some questions in the chat for me, guys. I'll definitely continue talking. But what I am seeing right now, as far as in this arena, is that many of us are just trying things and we're not putting together the proper process. So with this process, you got to understand that you only get really one shot at each company to do these things correctly. So if you are allowing yourselves to be put in these positions to where, okay, you're trying to get into your remedy, if you are improperly conducting yourself with your process, you're going to always be just thrown right back into the mix, man. And you don't want to get thrown back into the mix when you know that these things are already paid for. These things are already free. So please allow yourself to be patient and to really get the knowledge base down, because you do deserve a good life. You do deserve what it is that you're reaching for and that you're striving for. But your process is everything. How you start your first round is everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can I get a strong? Yes, sir, Mr. Nick. But oh no, fam, I'm plugging in to help you guys, um, and just here to answer questions. And appreciate you guys for dropping in on me here, as well as like all on the videos and following. Because as soon as I broke 1,000, I was like, I'm gonna go live, and I'm gonna keep going live to continue to help you guys out. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the videos and enjoying the content and learning from it, because that's primarily what it's about. You gotta learn. So cheers to you guys for helping me get to that 1,000 followers and get me back on here. I have another page. It's like at 48,000, but um, yeah, I had to reset it and start new. So hopefully this one's a little bit better. Can I get a strong clip? Yeah. I'm gonna reply back to you, Nick, with a salute, brother. Appreciate it. Kennedy, thank you. All we go. And if any of you guys are on Instagram and you may have any questions, maybe just a little shout right here, but you can follow me on there, and it'll be easier for me too and get to you guys there as well. And you guys are needing like consults or anything, I'm here for that too. I've been sending in mortgage coupons, but haven't gotten my security interest back yet. It's L White. Okay, family. You sent in your coupon. Did you have a letter of instructions with it? Did you have a letter of instruction with it? Because the reason why you're not getting a response primarily is because you haven't spoken to the proper party at the time. That's primarily how that works and how it checks itself out. Let me send this to Sam. Ivan. Oh man, you found me over here too? What's going on? Yep, and if you guys don't mind double tapping that screen for me, let's get some more family members up in here, and hopefully, L White, you heard what it is that I said, family. I don't know if you're following me on. Yep, you are. You are definitely following me. So shoot me a message, and we can try to see if we can book you a consult if you're gonna need it. That way we can get you going, family. We want to get you taken care of for sure. The summer's over. I have a lot more time. No, only instructions on the face of the coupon. Okay. They're definitely gonna need a letter of instruction. And did you send it to the CFO? Who did you send it to? Darling. I do appreciate you guys for stopping by. Just double tap that screen for me, guys. Double tap that screen for me. I'm gonna keep this rocking. I'll have a lot more lives that I'll be doing as well. And I also have an administrative process workbook that you guys can work in. I also have pre-recorded videos there that kind of walks you through your ability to go through the workbook and get your process down properly. Because I'm starting to see that a lot of us in this space do not have we don't even know a process. We just know what the remedy is. So we're taught the remedy, but we're not taught the process to get to the remedy. Okay? So this is something that me and my team that we're changing right now is helping you along with the actual process itself. Because anyone can teach you the elementals of what you may need to put on the face of instruments. That is for the remedy strictly. And without the process, it's dead in the water. And I don't think that that's the route that you want to take. I don't think that we just want to continuously just be sending things out without any process to back and enforce what it is that we want to see. You know, we want to keep this thing going. You know, I don't classify myself as a remedy chaser whatsoever. Like I'm a man of principle, foundation, and process. So if you have your foundation and you have your principles and you have your process, you can't be wavered. No one's going to take anything from you because they can't. You have a process and you have principles you stand on. Usually those who try to take from you don't have principles. They don't even know what that means. And they can't quantify it in anyone else because they're trying to take and they don't want you to have that. So just be mindful of what you're doing out here when you're trying to go about just, going the SPC route and not knowing what it is that you're putting on public record and stuff like that, family. Like a lot of these things they are self-explanatory in a sense as far as the process is concerned once you get it. Like, you know, it says to the mailing address for payment. Okay, to the mailing address for payment. Was it a PO box? And I'll message it to you. Was it a PO box? I'm having issues with the instruction letter. I don't need it done for me. Point in direction. I don't know exactly what you mean. Can you be a little more specific? What issues are you having with the with your instruction letter, because I can't really point you in any direction other than to write an instruction letter. Because there are elements to it that you can start with, but the thing about writing your instruction letter is that you have to make sure that you're telling them exactly what to do properly. Okay. All right, L White. So if you sent it to a PO box, that is no, because you don't want to send it to PO boxes because of lockbox funding. You want to send it to send it to PO boxes because of lockbox funding. You want to send it to an actual person, but you're gonna need to do that with a letter of instruction, instructing them on what to do with that instrument and how you want it to be applied to the principal's account. You're basically just sending them for free money, endorsed by you, with cancel stamps and everything. They have everything they need, and you gave them no instructions, so it's considered a gift. Yes, where do I get that information of telling them what to do? Well, family, it depends on what exactly your instruction letter is for. So if it's for a credit card, then you're going to need to deal with the credit card issuers. If you're dealing with a car dealership, then you're going to be dealing with a creditor and a seller. If you look at um, 16 CFR 43 3.1, and I'll put it in here for you. It's 16 CFR 433.1. That's the definition section. Look up the term contract. And contract is between a creditor and a seller. Neither one of those things are you. Okay? And I did just post a video about that today, just about the definitions. But as far as that's concerned, family, you creating your letter of instruction, you're going to have to really understand what type of account you're doing it for and what are the rules and regulations of these companies as far as what they need to remain in. And most of the time, it's going to come directly from your agreement. So whatever your contract is stipulating, that's what you go by. And I mean, that's as deep as I can get right here, you know. And if you don't need the consult, that's completely fine, but I can only give you the answers to questions that you ask. Because you need to know a process. You need to know what elements go inside of your letter of instruction, depending on what type of company it is, man. And it takes time to learn it. A lot of that stuff doesn't come free. Is if you have an awareness of it, you can tap into those who are in the know. But you can't come in here you can't come in here green, wet behind the ears, expecting someone to dry your ears for you and then change the color. Okay? You're gonna have to tap in. You're gonna have to dig in. Gotta dig in. Because at the end of the day, it's up to you to express what you want done in your account. And if you don't know how to do that, you should tap into someone who does, even if it's not me. Because that type of sauce is not given away, I guarantee you. I'm throwing it out there as much as possible, but they don't give that stuff away for free as I do. I drop a lot of gems. I had a whole page that was 48,000 followers on there, and I was kicking so much game that I had to recreate a new page. And it took me a month to get back to 1,000, so I can get back on here and talk to the people without any kind of hindrance from, you know, the powers that regulate such a platform. But when there's a will, there's a way. So, anybody else have any questions? It's just 5 of us in here, guys, so y'all could be pulling for me as much as you need to at this point. So, do your best to structure your questions to benefit where you're trying to go. Because I don't know where you want to go. I can only talk to you about how excited I am every day. And keep dropping the videos for you guys so that you can utilize this stuff. And I appreciate you for the engagement. I see you guys were, yeah, y'all bumped it up. Got 711 likes. I appreciate you guys, man. What I used to do on my last page is that whenever it got to, what was it, 20,000 likes, I would take this video and put it on YouTube, and then you guys can just kind of go back through that and, you know, dig into the sauce. and get the ingredients that you need in order to keep prospering and where you're trying to go in these accounts. Because it's a beautiful thing, family. Once you do get this stuff understood, it's amazing. Because life, the view of life is way different from having to go to work. Let's see. I don't know who Kenny is. Gonna have to decline, family. Do you have any classes where I can donate to learn your remedies? I do on Patreon. Um, are you following me here? Yep, yes you are. Shoot me a message and I'll send it to you. It guides you through how to do the administrative process with creating your letters for any situation. It's just understanding what these things are, and that is so freaking important. I didn't realize it until I was actually, um, out on my own trying to figure this stuff out, thinking I could just send one letter and put a whole bunch of stuff on a coupon, send it to them, and then just pray to God that that stuff actually worked and manifested for me. But it doesn't work that way. They have this system set up so perfected that you have to match it. You got to match it. So definitely, please, yeah, message me on here, and I'll get that right on over to you, family. Um, it is it's a workbook series, so you'll have the workbook, and then you'll also have the videos that go with the workbook. That's going to teach you exactly what you need to be going through in order to get this stuff understood. And then you'll have access to me as far as getting these phone calls and stuff. You'll have priority over all the other consults. So if you're in that Patreon and you want to talk to me, all you got to do is book it, and then we'll get in contact with one another and knock it out. Let's say RTHER. DJ Wise. Bob. Appreciate you, brother. And L White, I don't know what that means. You said Arthur. Arthur? Arthur. My apologies if I'm just mutilating that. But that's just something I constructed. I know we really need that. People need that. You need to be able to communicate. If you can't express yourself, how are you going to manifest what it is that comes from that expression? You know, we want to keep going. We want to keep growing. So I have something that can help spark that seed, sprout it out, and you'll bear fruit within a month's time doing it properly. And the process works with any remedy, because if you send something out and you did it correctly, and then they don't respond, you have to have the ability to enforce it. You got to have the ability to enforce what your expression is through your writings. So if you send your first round, they don't respond, then you do your second round. They don't respond, you do your third round. Okay, now you get to go and arbitrate. And arbitration is something that they pay for. You don't. You don't pay for the arbitration. They're going to pay for the arbitration because it's inside of your contract, that arbitration clause. The arbitration clause isn't for like them to use against you, it's for you to use against them. Okay? Type on my phone, problem, sorry. No worries, family. No worries. As long as you guys keep tapping that screen, keep asking questions, and keep engaging, I'm gonna be here, family. I'm definitely gonna be here. Let's see who all we have in here that's stuck around. Who I appreciate it. So I got Steve, appreciate you, family. DJ, all right now. Lucas and Jeremy. All right, family. I know you guys got some questions, man. I'll take advantage right now. I remember when I was learning, and then I used to get on these lives with a great brother who I was learning from. His name was Mansa Mahatma, and this brother was kicking some good knowledge, man. And I get in there, I would ask those questions, try to get in early as soon as we go live, and it helped out a lot getting some of those questions answered. But what did it for me, that got me over the hump, was when I actually went for the products, utilized the products, and it helped me learn the administrative process along with all these other things. That's it. No problem. No problem, brother. No problem. There we go. It's just tea, guys. It's just tea. Like these petals in here turns the water purple, and it's really good for like the third eye right there, man. Just opens it up, and it thins the blood so that the blood can flow a little more freer, and feels great. Feels great to take care of myself. Feels good to fine tune my mind and to study. Like I'm gonna tell you, like right here, like I don't know, y'all can't see it right now. I'm see if I can take the background off for a quick second. Let's see, will I flip the camera? My apologies, family. I want to show y'all like I've taken like 10 pages of notes today, but like right here, 10 pages of it. I'm always studying. Like I'm always studying, always learning. I'm constantly buying like other courses and stuff like that, and it's working beautifully. Even where I'm at right now, like I'm always wanting to know more. Always wanting to know more. It's not gonna stop. It is not going to stop. I definitely have a country accent, so forgive me for that. But I've been able to piece this stuff together in peace, and I can piece even more of it together. And it's and I'm checking out penthouses. I'm looking at supercars. I'm able to get these things and convert these contracts into securities, and then get my service and my product, and as well as the payments to be put inside of a certain type of account each month that they render that particular statement to my principal address every day. I'm gonna say every day, but once a month. Because you understand what securities are, they mature every 4 weeks. Well, really, that's a COI. COIs mature every 4 weeks, and that's a certificate of indebtedness. So, learning my banking terms, learning the legalese, and keeping my spirit intact, as well as fitness and stuff like that. Everything just circulates. Everything manifests how it should. Okay, L. White says, how? What do you mean, family? Let's see, how, what exactly, family? Says, what am I talking about now? Included in the Patreon? Yes, with the administrative process part. Yes, that's there. Videos are there. It's going to teach you and walk you through how to create these letters and manage those things. Yes, because it has to start from your foundation, and that's your foundation. Foundation is your ability to speak on what it is you want done in that account. And if you cannot do that, you're not going to be able to go and look at the penthouses. You're not going to be able to go and look, at the supercars because you're not able to express even being able to get to the table to talk about it with them. You know, so we're teaching you how to express, how to put these things together, and you will naturally are going to grow into all of this stuff. Like you'll see the nuggets and the jewels that I drop on my page are going to click so much more to you once you get your process down. Once you get that process down, a lot of things that people are going to say, your eyes are going to just be wide open. So I love to hear people talk about how they got these remedies and things like that. How they were able to get their titles and like on their vehicles and stuff like that, man. Like it's beautiful to see. I have a student who I say about a month and a half ago got his mortgage uh, discharged and two of his vehicles discharged, and it was solely from the administrative process, from understanding what he needed to do and how to express exactly what he needed to express. Like you have to understand the relationship that you have to create for yourself, and then the relationship that you have to create with the actual company, and speak to that bridge and that gap, and then speak about what you want done into your account. Like if you're not able to put these things together, man, like it's tough. It is tough. It's a battle, and it should be. Nothing's supposed to come easy. It's not going to come easy when you are participating incorrectly with them. Okay, and that's just the truth. So if you're not coming into these contracts proper, and not only coming into them proper if you don't know what the contract even is. Because truthfully, the contract isn't between you and the dealership. The contract is between the dealership and the bank. Your signature creates the value that they sell on the market, and that makes you an investor. It makes you a stockholder. So stockholders get paid dividends. Okay? That particular contract was created and securitized and became a certificate of indebtedness. And you're supposed to receive the interest payments from that. You see, we don't know that side because see, we don't know the banking. We just know that something says that Big Brother is supposed to take care of us through a certain act, through the Banking Act, the Emergency Banking Act of 1933, and HGR 192. Yes, we know this, but can you express it properly as to why that's going to benefit you? Yeah, I encourage you guys to understand the banking side for sure, just as well as you want to understand the codes and you see what rules they are or are not breaking. It's not about them breaking the rules or anything. It's about you knowing who you are in this particular agreement and arrangement that you have with the service they provided and the product that you have. Okay? So it's definitely a journey. It's a fun one. Like I'm telling you, I'm always excited talking about this stuff. I love it to death. I love it every day. I've been at it for about since 2016. It took me some time to get it, but once I got it, I got it. I didn't give up. Just don't give up. How do I turn my bills into securities into paying them to me? Well, first you must understand that first, that bill is not a bill, it's a statement. And with any statement, let's say when you get your statement from your bank, when you get your statement from your bank, it's just showing you activity in an account that you have access to. It's the same thing with your quote unquote bills. That's what your bill is. It's a statement. So if it's a statement showing you what's going on in your account, then that particular coupon at the bottom is supposed to be used for you to deposit it into your bank account. But you can't just go and just deposit it into the bank account until you speak with the other party as to how you want them to be utilizing those funds. And so if you don't tell them how you want those funds utilized, you can't speak to it at all. They're just gonna refuse you the service because the way that you've been conducting business from the jump was that you're gonna pay debt for debt. You see? Those are your actions. That's your expression. So you got to be mindful. And turning it into a security, it already is a security. It was securitized when you signed and the account was open. That's what securitized the account. That's what even gave it an insurance policy for those funds to be insured in case you did quote unquote default on something. So hopefully that answers your question, family. I really hope that it did. Miss Nikki, I didn't know you was following me on a new page. Okay. Yep, I've created a new page. They put a shadow on the other one. What's the language to use to the CFO? I got a lot to learn, family. Um, you, there's no need to speak to the CFO. The CFO can't do anything for you. He just has a title at a company. When you're dealing with the security, you have to speak with those who deal with securities. Read the Securities Exchange Act of, I want to say 1939 or 1934. It's one of those, but it's the Securities Exchange Act. Hey, family, what's good? What's going on? All this crazy. A lot of people are being shot. Yeah, yeah, they are. And it's okay. It happens to the best of us. We just got to keep rocking and rolling. If you have anything worth value, you're going to pop right back on the scene in a different way and a better way, knowing how to speak. So I just have to be mindful of not getting so, I guess, in my heart about certain things. So if I'm going to get out there regardless, yes, ma'am. The language to use to the CFO. You're not speaking to the CFO when you're dealing with security. So read the Securities Exchange Act and read the was it the Trustee Indenture Act as well. And I want to say that's either 1939 or 1934 as well. I always get those the numbers mixed up a little bit, but I know I'm close there. But the Trustee Indenture Act is gonna show you something. Don't tell you something, and then your Emergency Banking Act is gonna tell you something. HGR 192 is gonna tell you something, and you'll be able to piece these things together once you understand your admin process. As you speaking to the CFO when you're dealing with securities is something completely different than you speaking to the CFO about any kind of infractions and improprieties that you've been dealing with in your accounts. But you know, you have to move like the boss that you want to speak to and handle your affair. And I definitely appreciate you guys for hitting that like button. Thank you, Miss Nikki. You always come over here and just blow it up. Thank you. Is there a way to correct the status of the account even when you've been paying with FRNs? It always is. You just have to speak to it and stand on it. Once you find out something, you stand on it and you speak to it, and then you hold yourself and them accountable to what you're speaking to now. Man, that's good. Shout out to all my health buffs, man. Almost 2 months meat free. Feels good. I'm drinking these teas and these herbs just give me a lot of energy. Ain't better than a Red Bull. For real. Let's see which one this is. Yep, the butterfly PT. That's what it is. And great question, DJ, to be honest. For sure, for sure. That's exactly how it goes down. And L White, appreciate you guys. Yeah, y'all been tapping in. Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and follow L White back. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. So I definitely will be following you guys back when y'all tap in and y'all show love. I will follow you back on the spot. And definitely contact me if you guys want to really understand your admin process. Like you can go and use the workbook, and then we already had a pre-recorded videos for you that deal directly with the workbook. That's going to teach you exactly what you need to do for your admin process. You're not going to need to be coming to classes every day or anything like that. You go in there, you get the information, you have 30 days access to it, and if you need 30 more days, you just pay again, and you just stay in there as long as you need it until you get that stuff down, and then tap in on this live here and ask your questions, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability in a public capacity. The information that I'm teaching you is in a private capacity. So we revamped it up, Ms. Nikki, to make sure that it's just boom, right to it, right to it, right to it with the workbook, and with the workbook and the videos, you should be able to get it down. And if not, hey, I'm here. Okay, I shot you a DM. Thanks. Oh, most definitely. And I will get to you today about all that info. So once you do decide to go through, we'll give you a call after you purchased it or whatnot. You can just contact me on here because everybody that's in my class now, I figured out how to pin them directly to the top. Or who's ever in the Patreon, I can pin them to the top in here on TikTok, and I'll be able to get right back to you. I'm so glad they did that. So I can keep those who are working on this process right there at the top, and we can lock in. Okay. And I also have another platform that I do go live on, so I'll give you that information there. And whenever I do go live, I'll be able to answer your questions in the private capacity there without any kind of banning or anything. Can I purchase the workbook? Oh yeah, most definitely. Make sure you send me a message and I'll get it to you for sure. Since I'm facing an eviction, how much is the consultation? Let's see, there's 75 for the consultation, and it's an hour. However, if you want to book the consultation and we can get on a Zoom call and I record the Zoom call, that's going to be 150 for that. But I'll record the Zoom call the whole hour, and then I'll probably be going over an hour once you do that too, to make sure that I get you exactly what you need to get out of that. So if you're facing that, you need to get in contact with me ASAP so that I can let you know exactly what you got to do. Because those are not hard to get out of. Like it's really easy actually. And once I tell you, you're gonna be like, dang. I'm like, yep, I know. And we're gonna pencil whip it, man. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much at all. It's just knowing the process, and I will show you. So message me, JBiz. Let me see if you're following me right now. Nope, not yet. Okay, follow me on here first. Show the page some love, and send me a message, and we'll see which type of consultation you would like to have, and we'll take care of that. And I can do it as early as today, honestly, if you're in if it's urgent, and it looks like it is. So follow me on here. I'm gonna follow you right back. That way I can pin your messages to the top. So even after the consult that you do have, I'll be able to keep tabs on you. Okay? They're saying I have about a 20. Tap in with me. We'll see what's going on. Like, did they already go to court and everything like that? Miss Nikki, I appreciate you, Miss Nikki. Y'all follow Miss Nikki. Follow Nikki underscore Monique. Y'all follow her. She always come in here and show some love, man. If she wants you to, of course. Gotta give me a thumbs up if it's okay for them to do that. Goodness gracious, that tea is amazing. Okay, she gave you guys a thumbs up. And family, you guys already know how to get in contact with me, so I am here as far as on there. So as soon as I do get off this live, I'm going to go through my messages. I'm gonna get everything ironed out with everybody, and I'll keep your messages pinned at the top. Um, because if you have any of my products, I'm gonna make sure that I'll be able to message you right here now. Like I can message you directly from TikTok. I'm glad they updated that. But if not, you have to book a consult and do it that way. It's okay. Let me get some bread together. Okay, cool. For sure, brother. Man, I'm here to help. Hopefully you can get it, man. Those evictions are some nasty things, but it's definitely a way to get around that. Because it is something that these corporations need to have perfected before they can make any kind of move in these accounts. And they make them because we don't contest them properly. We don't contest them properly and we don't know what to say. Once we know how to contest, once we know what to say, we're not going to be put in these positions to where anyone can tell us what they can and cannot do when we've already signed and paid for it. If you've signed and you paid for it, what in the world can you tell me that I need to be doing here? It's nothing. You can't tell me what to do because I've already given you what you need. How many ways are there to set off, discharge the debt to convert to security? It's quite a few, man. It's quite a few. Like I know 3 to 4 very well. Um, and it just depends on the convenience or the amount of funds you have to do these things. Okay, so it's all going to depend on what's in here now and how bad do you really want it. A lot of us think we do until it comes time for the work, but you know, you can do it. You really can because the set off is just you just canceling whatever that is in that account. So I wouldn't set off inside of like an electric bill. I wouldn't set off on a anything that I'm utilizing as far as a resource, okay, or like a phone. But your discharge, you can discharge like your mortgage, discharge your car, um, those type of things. And as far as converting it into a security, you already securitized it. It was converted when you signed your contract, family. When you signed your contract, you gave birth to a security that they are now trading on the market. Okay? And since it's trading on the market, you are a shareholder. You're supposed to be receiving interest payments, and you are. You just think your statement is a bill. Your statement is actually the summary of movement in your accounts. That's all it is. But in order for you to get the benefit, you have to do your part. They perform their duty and they're presenting you what they're doing. You just don't know how to mold it to where you are going to actually benefit as a shareholder. You're in a minor capacity right now. You don't want to be in the minor capacity. You want to be in the majority. So where's that equity, fam? You hear me? So you guys are feeling any of this game that I'm kicking to you guys, tap that screen a couple times for me, guys. So you got 8 people up in here. It should be going crazy if you guys are rocking with the info. Let's see, J Biz. I missed one. I missed you. My apologies, brother. I gave them a negotiable instrument. They dishonored it. I may try arbitration. Oh yeah, we gotta tap in, man. Cause if you sent them a negotiable instrument, hopefully you sent them a letter of instruction. But beyond all of that, I got you. You gotta tap in though. I can't say it here as much as I really want to. I just can't. So you can tap in and have your pen and pad ready, and I'll let you know exactly what you have to do. Your time is your window is pretty small, so I know I haven't been on live, so you wouldn't be able to contact me unless I was out here. So I do apologize for that, but I'm here now, and let's knock it out. Get this thing going. Appreciate that. Tapping that screen. Thank you, thank you. Y'all can tap it more than once, family. Boom, boom, boom. Keep tapping. Let's push it out. See how many people we can help. Just how many people we can help, man. Where's Nikki? L White, J Biz. You guys are blowing it up. Appreciate it. DJ. Let's see if he's still in here. Let me see if he's still in here, DJ. Oh no, he had to roll. Okay. They are double dipping. How? So how to convert to an income stream. You don't need that process, man. Um, Once you get the account corrected on one side, once you understand what the securities actually are, this is where you should start to look at banking. I think I might do some banking definitions tomorrow and post it so that you guys can kind of get the understanding of what these things are, and then maybe maybe put like a little flow chart on there so you guys can see like the movement of a security. And then you can see the movement of like other definitions that I'm going to put out there because you guys have signed a quote unquote contract. That's how you even have these accounts in the first place. You signing that contract, they collateralized it as a security. That's why they have security interest in whatever. That's what that means. That's what the security interest is. Security interest is their ability to trade on it and make money from it. You've given them that when you signed it. And you agreed to everything that they're doing. You're just not benefiting as a shareholder because you haven't spoken to them that way. If you check out the Electronic Funds Transfer Act, they're supposed to be utilizing that electronic transfer to be putting it inside of your account. You're giving them that ability to do so that you can benefit, so you can receive those funds actually as payments. That's why your credit report is actually, excuse me, that T is going through me. That how can I say this without getting in trouble? Um, your credit report is actually a financing statement. It's showing you what your income is. That's really what that is. Okay. So once you get that understanding understood, okay, well, if this is a financing statement and they're calling it publicly a credit report, how can I benefit and utilize this as income? You can only utilize it as income because each one of those accounts are securities that are being traded on the market. And those securities that are being traded on the market makes you a shareholder, and that number, that balance that they say that you are quote unquote paying every month, it's not true. That's what they're supposed to be paying you every month. That's you showing them how much income you have. It's not how much debt you have. It can be seen and viewed that way, but if you don't know banking, then that's how you're going to see it. And how many of us were raised as bankers? How many of us went to school for banking or for finance? How many of us went to school to be lawyers? attorneys. We haven't. We don't know it. So we got to learn it and kind of tap into communities of people that can raise that awareness. The more that your awareness is being raised, the easier these things are going to be grasped, absorbed. Okay? So I highly encourage you guys to tap in. So I have things that can help. Okay? So I'm here for that. So, and thank you guys for tapping in. Thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you, Miss Nikki, for sharing the live. KL White, what language do I use to convert, redirect, or make title conversion? That's a loaded question. Well, you have to just figure out who you are to your accounts first. Who are you to your account? You're a debtor? You're a creditor? What are you? What do you believe yourself to be in that account? You are something, for sure, for sure. So if you read HGR 192, does it say that the big brother is supposed to take care of all of your debts, right? But if you're claiming that you are a creditor, how is he going to be able to take care of your debts? How's big brother going to be able to take care of little brother when he claiming that he big brother? If you want to utilize that, then you're going to have to be little brother. You're going to have to be the debtor here. Okay? But if you dig a little deeper and you read, it does tell you, I believe it's one of the CFR codes. I can't get it off the top of my head right now. But it is known that whenever a creditor is dealing with a consumer who is a debtor, signs a contract, and they securitize that contract, once that contract is put on the market and out there, that debtor actually is a creditor in that moment. You're a creditor after they securitize it. So if you are a creditor then but deemed a debtor beforehand, you are going to become the shareholder at that point. That's the only reason why you'll get there. There are flow charts. You got to have a true proper understanding of this stuff, and don't be so hard on yourself either. Don't be hard on yourself because this stuff is not easy whatsoever, and not everyone is easy to absorb this information from. But the more that you raise your vibration in this realm and in this atmosphere here, the easier it's going to be to absorb those who can speak on higher levels and higher planes of thought. So you just have to continuously grow yourself here. Okay? Oh, I see you, Brother Sam. Let's get him in here. And thank you so much for your questions, man. These are really good questions, and I hope that is helping. Sincerely. Drop a 3 in the chat for me, Mr. L. White, if any of this is kind of helping you. Because you're asking some really great questions, man. Really great questions. I don't know what is in this tea, but it be having me slurring sometimes, y'all. There's some good stuff in these herbs, family, for sure. It's the sweet pea tea. That's what this is. Take care of your body. Take care of your mind. That looks magical. It feels magical too, to be honest. It feels great. I've been taking that and goji berry. Let's see. I don't know if y'all can't see it. This white screen is just crazy. But I have a mushroom coffee. The mushroom coffee is actually really good. It actually grows your muscles really quick. And then the tea just keeps my third eye open. That way I can continue to communicate and elevate. Like it helps. It even connects and creates more dendrites in your mind. So some good stuff, guys. So I'm still here. I'm just getting me some water real quick. Any other questions? Yeah, thank you, Miss Nikki. Thank you, Crystal. Crystal, is that the same Crystal? I'm gonna have to check and see. I know it's been a while since I got on, but hey, I'm back. I just have to make me a new page and go on a hiatus and reevaluate how I need to speak in public. Yep, that's her. Hello. Okay, following you back. Following you back right now. This is the new page, though. Yes, I gotta give both the ladies their flowers. I appreciate you guys tapping in, and you guys always share, you always communicate, you always support, and I really hope that you guys were able to utilize the course for what you needed. Okay? All right. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, thank you. And actually, the first person to send me a gift on this page, man. Thank you, thank you. See if I can go back through here. Is there any more questions? Oh, thank you, Crystal. Let's see who we got inside of here, family. Yep. In order to use my TDA, I have securities redirected to my account to have to hold any kind of status. It will help. It will help. This is one thing where I could say like the SBC part, like that, that actually helps a lot. It's just being in the age of majority and being able to prove that. That way you can go on the banking side, the real banking side, and deal with them. Thank you, Chris, for the follow. Oh, what's up, man? I gotta follow you back on here. Venture V, what's going on, brother? No worries, Sam. I got nothing but patience. Nothing but patience for you, brother. Just let me know whenever you're ready. VV, Venture Velvet, Crystal Bay, that part, $10,000 class. You know, see what I missed Crystal said. So I'm coming back to wrapping up distractions. Oh, most definitely. Not too much. You see, I had to make another page, right, man? Had to do another one to knock it out. But guys, stay on this journey. Do not get discouraged. Do not get discouraged. Like you don't have to sit in front of the plate and eat the whole steak. You can take a bite at a time. And this will be a steak, or this will be whatever it is that you choose to eat. It won't expire as you're taking your time. Okay? Oh, I didn't want to do that. What's going on, brother? I, I don't know why it does it like this now. I can't say that I like it. Okay. Can y'all still see me, family? This is a lifestyle. Yep. Don't stay discouraged. That's right. That's right. Amen. Drop some threes in there, man. Got to get the threes going back. Well, maybe let's try a different number. Let's try nine. Let's drop nines in there. Drop some the last one, so I don't want to do none of the same stuff there. So I see Schneider. What's going on? I see you dropping some lights in there. How you doing, brother? I can't say that I've seen you, man. Nah, nah, I dig it. Most definitely. Most definitely. So as far as how are things going with you, man? Were you able to utilize the program? Did it help you out any? Let's see, there we go. Let's see, let me do it like that. Oh, there you go. What's going on, Sam? You popped in. The legend, the myth,
Yes, sir.
the deity himself. I utilize the posture I watch you hold. Most definitely. That's Chris. He found me on here too. Once Miss Nikki shared it, they all came in, man. BB, can I prove age of majority without changing my status or doing the birth certificate authentication? Um, as far as for me, like I would definitely do the authentication. Me personally, for that. I mean, you can also declare it for sure, but when you're dealing with the banking side, they're gonna need to see more than just your declaration. They're gonna need to see something that holds the value of the security of the name that you're using, because you didn't create that. So you need to have the highest hold to it. Go in the cover letter. For what exactly, family? Did the cover letter for the BC? L White 999. That boy, that's a lot of nines. I appreciate you. Oh yeah. Um. Well, you may just have to tap in with me. Shoot me a message. Uh, Shoot me a message on here. But make sure you follow me first. I, I think that you did already. Let me make sure. Yep. Okay, I'll follow you back. And shoot me a message. And I'll see what I can do with that BQSIP value. Well, the value of that doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter for how you're going to be maneuvering and using it, with as far as you handling yourself in the account through the admin process. And once I get you the Patreon, and you go through the administrative process, you'll see exactly as to why that's irrelevant. It's kind of like hook bait, honestly. Say I gave you an email and left a comment on one of your posts. You send me an email to the coach to the email button. Make sure you follow me, Mr. Ken, because sometimes like it won't even let me do anything if you don't, as far as you sending it to me here, TikTok. So follow me on the TikTok. Uh, Show the page a little love, and I'll make sure that I get to you, because that way I'll be able to see you. Like, there's just a lot going on, and I want to see those who are locked in, because I'm gonna help those who are locked in first. It's the only really form of currency that I can have, and be given that expression of gratitude. Okay, the Grand Queendom. What's going on? What's going on, Queen? I see you. That's a heck of a name. Let's see. Can't pop back in. Okay, cool. But definitely, brother Sam, what's on your mind, brother? You just enjoying the show?
Yeah, I was just taking it in, letting you engage with everyone.
Yes,
Good to
sir.
see you, Nikki. Good to see you, Chris, if you're still in here as well. And Crystal, I believe, popped in for a second. Hope that you all are continuing to do the work and studying at your own pace. You've already been shown the structure. All you need is to put the work in. That's what the effort is going to mean. It's going to show yourself approved. So that really is what everything originates from. Uh,
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
L White. Why does his name look so familiar? L White, L White, L White, L White. Is that Egypt? He said he joined in March. Never invite. I guess he never went to the lives.
No, yeah, he was in for a little bit. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, you gonna tap in on those lives. Shoot me a message, L White, on this page here. I believe you're following me now for sure. But if you did that and weren't able to access the lives or anything like that, gotta fix that. I guess they'll be proud of us. That's right. So I'm driving, but I'm locked in. Last couple of days, just found you. Almost definitely. Let me see. Are you following me? Okay, following you right back. I got you. Definitely stay locked in. I got a lot of game to give, and as long as Sam and I are be able to put this info out, you're gonna be able to absorb some gems. It's gonna help. It's gonna help a lot. Okay. So, brother, I found out it's not as blue as it was earlier because I put some new water in it. But you see how it is now, right?
yeah,
This thing is gonna be Barney purple in a second. That's the sweet tea leaves. You heard of that?
yes.
Man, Thank you guys for sharing the live and for liking it. Appreciate it. Y'all going ham in there right now. We get it to 20K. Y'all know what I do with those. So I will post it on YouTube and you guys will be able to go back through it with any gems that I was able to drop earlier that you may have missed. How we gonna get in there? All right. I see you, Andrew. You popped in. I came in gold. Was never invited, so I dropped. I got you. It was all in the Telegram. So if you were in the Telegram, that's the only place that we could have really put it for everyone to get it. So, but we do have a workbook tier now. So the workbook and then the pre-recorded videos, which is gonna go round by round, first round, second round, third round, and then a little extra material that's gonna help you kind of focus and gear in on that, and you'll get your administrative process down a lot quicker that way with the workbook. This is Sam and I's like first year. I wouldn't even say first year, but it's our first go around at trying to put something together for the people to help them out and you know lift the veil. Let's see. It's how much? I want to say it's like 250 for the workbook, but it's on the same Patreon. It's on the same Plant King Patreon. There you go. I see Andrew. Trying to keep up with Stan. You in there too? See Stan. Okay, you said 150. Okay, got you, Stan. I gotta follow you back. I got you now. This is a new page, family, so I'll be putting all of the newer content on here. I'm not gonna be putting anything else on the other page. Like it's just gonna be up. Heck, I may even sell it. Who knows? But it won't be mine anymore. Appreciate it, Schneider. Got that. Got that. Okay. Anything on your mind, brother?
Uh, really, at this moment, I'm just open to where our dialogue will be taken. I mean, we have a lot of people who are active here.
Oh yeah.
Any questions?
Yes, sir. Here for questions, family. Load us up. Load us up. And I'm assuming, yes, sir. You all right? Yes, sir. This one right here. This is the one right here. So feel free to unfollow the other page if you like, or whatever it is that you need to do. But all of the new gold is going to be put here. Upgraded methods, a better viewpoint, because now I can kind of tailor it a lot better to help you guys understand it. And especially if you were students prior and students now, like you're going to be able to catch the drift a lot better. It always takes time, so it's so much different teaching one on one than teaching like in a group setting. Like it was crazy.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Taught many different ways. I actually did in person when I was in Vegas for that month.
I know that was fun.
Yeah,
Hey, but you got it done. Changed two lives right there. So I mean, for entertainment purposes only. There we go. All right, guys. Y'all got some questions for us? Like I'm in a answering mood. And I'm kind of curious to see if y'all gonna get it to 20K. I'm excited to see if y'all do, because I would love to post it on the first live on the new page, and then able to put that on YouTube for you guys. Oh yeah, been wonderful, and thanks to Nikki and the share. I'm back with my people. After watching DTS 2.0, I'm still confused on if I have to send a 1099A with the registered security. Oh,
That
they
is a
definitely tell
different.
you, man.
That's a different program altogether. Um,
Hmm.
so, in order to get that question specifically answered, you'd have to refer to those that have created it. But if you're asking about which will have more force and effect in discharging the obligation, each has a role to play in discharging an obligation when spoken to appropriately. Doing two is redundant, so they're speaking to two different obligations.
Hmm. That's right. But definitely, if you need to consult with me on that, like tap in with me, man. I'll I can point you where you need to go there. It gets confusing if that's like it's because it's all about your foundation to me. If you have your process, the administrative process together, like the stuff's easy. It's a lot easier to grasp because you understand where it starts from, where it derives from, and as it's growing, you know which path you need to take. A lot of us are just trying things. We're not dedicating ourselves to the foundation.
And you are the foundation. You have to have a clear and decisive goal and aim before you begin any process procedure. If you don't know what the actual goal is meant to look like and you're taking action, you are not prepared for any mishap or deviation that will occur and ultimately does occur when you are engaging in a negotiation, because all business is encouraged and begins from a negotiation. Anytime that you are expressing yourself, you are negotiating your terms so that they will have at the end of your business the effect of a contract. It is contract doctrines which are operating.
Hmm. Exactly. Thank you, Crystal. She's talking about right here. Most
Yes.
definitely.
So
Okay.
having a strong foundation in contract law, having an understanding of what is necessary to enforce, to clarify terms, to show capacity, to show consideration, to demonstrate breach, default, all of that terminology is where the simplicity begins. It gets much more complex when you're talking about how that contract is being achieved. It's achieved through different avenues, but it's still the same mechanism as far as enforcement. That is the brass tack roots. When you have an understanding of how those elements are enforced, put together properly, effectively, that's when you have the power to actually engage in the business, close out bookkeeping. Everything else is secondary to that until you have a good, thorough understanding of the mechanics. Because you can't
Hmm.
even give a lawful directive if you don't understand your own finances. How can you give an instruction that's unclear? They can
Hmm.
immediately ignore it, hold it to be infancy.
Hmm.
Yes.
That's right. What do the preach? That's what the preaching. That's
And
right.
another element that's important to note is that you are in a competitive stance. So you will be told no before you're told any type of yes.
Hmm.
The only soundness that you have is your record keeping, it's your procedure, it's the clarity of your vision and how you're going to clear up any confusion. Because the underlying goal isn't about getting over, it's not about uh, achieving a whole big lump sum one and done. This is about performance, it's about clarity and performance. You give clarity to what's being negotiated, anything else is excluded. So if it's not included and it's not in the terms that you are establishing, it's excluded and it has no binding authority. And you know this and you can enforce this. And that's what we advocate from. It's understanding that your preparation is what you will hold out to be the truth, whether you are uh, compelled into a counterclaim or not. You have the substance.
Mm-hmm.
So, giving a roundabout example, which is common knowledge because I've suffered this, this was something that I personally experienced. It is not sound preparation to learn a process and immediately go into sending out when you haven't decided upon what your timeline is for the expression and the settlement of your procedure. When you haven't done your due diligence in correcting a stance that may have been presumed by your actions. Here's a case in point, or an example of a real situation that occurred for me. Bought a vehicle. In buying this vehicle, I registered it with the state. In dealing with the purported creditor, counterparty, uh, expressed beautifully, did not, in my procedure, take and have the foresight to correct a deficiency of my own actions in the registration of the title. So I did all the fighting, fought a repossession, did all that for the title to be returned to the state. And so I made my claim, and the Attorney General enforced it and said, okay, great. We gave the proceeds to the true owner.
Ooh, oof. We. I'm sorry, I'm being on mute.
Yes. 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 They were real cute about it. Like, yep, you're right. You're absolutely right. We're going to enforce this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I wanted to
Great.
be mad. I wanted to, scream and shout and be upset, but that's the learning curve when you're just doing stuff and you're not seeing how much more preparation that you will need to see all sides of things. And that means, again, having a broader understanding of what needs to happen. Because it isn't just, hey, I'm dealing with one party, because not just one party is involved. All trade is definitively involving at least three circulations. There's already two circulations between yourself and the name on that paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
So there's two on each side.
Yes, it is.
And I can laugh about it, but that was real pain that I felt and embarrassment because I put a lot of time and energy into that claim. I was like, hell yeah, I did it. Knew what I was talking about.
To the extent that you didn't.
Yep.
To the extent that you did not, brother. Like same thing with like that eviction that I had, man. Took everything from me, man. I still miss my furniture. Like all of that was gone because I was not prepared. I thought that all I needed was just a coupon and everything on the face of it. I thought that's all that was needed. Oh yeah, everything I put on the face of that coupon, they put on the face of me when they told me I had to still be up out of there when I stood in front of that judge improperly. It's that pride and not having a foundation, but just thinking I can do something just because I saw it. You know, man. Whew. He said they gave it to the true owner. Oh man.
Yes. And said it just like that. Like they they said it just like that. I was like, okay. And they sent me a copy of what I signed. Okay. Y'all are funny.
they they are cold, man. They are cold. But really, it's not. They're not really being cold. Like they are doing their job.
Yep.
They're doing what they're supposed to do. And we're not doing what we're supposed to do, and we cannot blame the system for our misunderstanding of it because at the age of majority, you need to move in that capacity. You need to be sound as possible. So when I tell y'all I take my time now, I take my time. I take a step at a time. If it's a mile away, I'll get there in 6 months. I'll take that step every day. I really will. Because it's not worth it in the end to be impatient with my ignorance of this matter. I need to be sound in this matter.
Yep.
Ask the questions. Continue to pay your obligations the way that you were prior to understanding this as you're going through this process. Remain in honor with it. Okay? And I can't stress that enough. Say shalom. True Hebrew. What's the proper way to utilize coupons? Well, what I can say first, the proper way to utilize a coupon is to understand what it comes from. Where does it come from and what is it representing? I could just hear myself back when I first started as I'm answering that question, how I would be looking at it. I'm like, man, that's not really what do you mean? Like, that's what I mean. What is it that is coming from? What is that whole thing representing to you?
It can be represented as a dividend, but in of itself, it's not. Standardization of it is, in of itself, it's a negotiable instrument.
Facts. That is facts.
Because it's payable to the order of a party, a bank,
Excellent. Hmm.
from one bank to another bank, and drawn upon the surety, drawn upon the banker.
Hmm.
Yes, it can be spoken to many different ways. But yes, you're a stakeholder, shareholder. You have an investment. There's an incorporeal account that that piece of paper represents. So there's real interest in the legal face and namesake of that bank, but there's also, again, we have to look at the substance, incorporeal trust. So there's rights. The equity is about rights.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Rights. It's about duty. It's not about money. Money's legal.
And legal and lawful are two different things, family. Remember when they popped my never mind, I can't say that. I remember when my mind was opened to that awareness, to the legalities and then the lawfulness. Okay? And you can move in both capacities and benefit greatly. You really can. It's just how you perceive and what you're confident in, and how competent you are to express your duty as such. I don't know what's in this tea, brother, but god dang it, every time I take a sip, I feel like my IQ rises. Any
Any
singular
singular
thing?
thing you can credit? Or are you speaking to Coach Chris or to myself?
I want to hear what Sam has to say.
No, I was wondering what he was
Or referring to there.
you're referring to more specifically. And Crystal asked you what the name of the tea was.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let me put it in here. 'Cause it is good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's see. Comment. It's dry butterfly PT, but I'm gonna type it in here for you.
We'll definitely appreciate it. For me personally, Chris, my experience just began very early. I've always been a very avid reader, specifically his historical context, having that understanding of how that plays into why people are the way that they are, So initially, when I was pursuing this, that was where I was learning it from. What happened to make this system operate the way that it does, which is also why, especially with the earlier lessons that you all saw, I incorporate my context and what I was trained for as a historian into the way that I lecture.
Trying to tell you, I don't know how amazing this man is. Well, you do, but very, very well versed in many, many. I still want you to talk about the history on the other one, man, but I appreciate the fact that you didn't unload such gold there. Oh, sir. You're welcome, Crystal. Definitely try it out. It's not even that expensive. I think it's like $15 for like a nice sized bag of it. And just put them on top, and you can keep putting water on top of it all day long.
You're very welcome, Chris. Thank you for the engagement, and asking a question. And there was a comment, True Hebrew, not ignoring you. You were asking about a floating rate note.
Oh,
Um, are you asking if the negotiable instruments are?
that's actually like the FRN
Yeah, I'm
with
like
that.
that's speaking specifically to currency.
Hmm. Yes. He's the first person I've heard say that, like, in our circle.
Yes.
Hmm. Yep. FRN. That's all it is. Well, that's one of the things that is called. Yes.
Yes.
Fresh credit 800. How you doing? No problem, True. No problem. Thank you, Crystal. You were pumping this loud. I appreciate it. I will post it at 20K, guys. I'm just reminding y'all. I really would like to.
Glad to hear that, Fresh.
Already. Most definitely. We following each other on here, brother? Yep. Following you right back. Anybody come in my live and put a comment in there and engage, we're locking in. So, you have any questions, we're here for them, brother. Or family. Let me say family. There we go. John Chesney, how you doing? I'm gonna go back here to see if we missed anything at all. Either as to what opened your minds and hearts initially. Yep. Yeah, what opened my mind and heart initially was just trying to fix my credit when I was in the process of getting out of the military so that I could get a house for my family at the time. And from there, it was a heck of a rabbit hole because I did not want to stop after I got my first thing removed off of my credit, which was a Sally Mae loan, student loan, 800,000. I was able to get removed from my credit. And that was by pure luck, shot in the dark. So I thought that I could do anything at that point. And I was swiftly corrected when the eviction came. So, you guys are extremely helpful. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And
No
mortgage,
problem.
yes, you can do a mortgage with less than that. But really, performance in that sense, it's about understanding what the actual account is built upon.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
What
The
is your
Mandolin brother. Yeah. How you doing? Said I want to know how. Um, I want to say you did send me a message prior to. Um, it's not much that we can say publicly here with it. So if you're open to it, we're open to having a conversation with you privately through a consult and can kind of get you set up to as far as what you would need for it. But your admin process first is what's going to get you to put on the right lenses to see what you need to see here. Because with no foundation, no matter what we tell you, it'll go in one ear, not the other, and we'll be like everybody else to you. And that's not what we are striving to have happen. J Biz, I'm still here, bro. Fantastic. As soon as I get off the live, just let me know if you have what you need, and I'll lock in with you tonight. If you have it tonight, then I can lock in with you tonight. I'm stuck with finding the trustee of SMUD and Golden one. They're not on SEC. Try when you put it in the Google search, just try to put the company and trust right after it. That usually works for me. Okay, I get a headache trying to find an 8K 10. Yeah, it's stressful, man. If you allow it to be, but just like an Easter egg hunt, like you're gonna find a way. If you want it, you're gonna find it. Listen, I appreciate you guys tapping that screen, man. Trying to get it to 20K so I can put it on YouTube for you guys. I mean, you can go back through it because we answered a lot. I've spoken and put out a whole lot. This will be a good one to keep for sure. Yeah. Y'all just keep tapping it and you'll have it. And for sure, if you guys are going through the content on the page, on the TikTok page, be sure to share. Be sure to drop some comments and some likes and repost it. That way, the algorithm can get out. We'll be able to definitely help more and more people. And the more that I see you guys engage, the more open I'm gonna be to give one of you guys a call. Okay, that's something I can see. So about once a month, if I can see you guys putting in that kind of effort and energy, I'm gonna put in my effort and energy back to you and give you guys a call and help you out how I can. Maybe offer you 30 minutes, something like that. If that's something you guys will like, drop some lines down there for me, and that's something that I will do. Oh, they like that. You got the nines, okay? All right. I'm keeping tabs. Keeping tabs. And great questions, by the way, guys. Honestly, I'm glad you guys aren't afraid to ask. 'Cause we're definitely not afraid to speak on it. Unless we're all free, none of us are free. For sure. For sure. And this stuff is like community based. So, you say who doesn't want professional help? Chris, come on. Yes. Stand 9-9, for sure. But also, if you guys can put in the chat, let me see what you guys are working on at the moment as far as accounts that you guys are utilizing this process on. And if you don't know the administrative process, drop a six and leave a question. Leave a question about it, and we'll see what we can do to help iron that out for you. Oh, there we go. Right.
There's no requirement to put a postal stamp on any security. that is a different type of consideration. So it's important to know what you're using it for if you're going to include it on any type of commercial paper. If you don't know that, then you shouldn't be using it. It's not
And
making your
go ahead, brother.
it's not going to make your paperwork any more legitimate than it already is. And for tax purposes, there is no tax on a security.
I know
Thank you.
where he's coming from.
I know what he's coming from. I'm just saying it's not
Not
relative to the security. The
yes, sir.
security is an asset that creates the account or becomes the surety for the account in substitution of your physical labor. So there is no tax at conception. If there is a tax, it would be included in the same manner against the asset.
And like-minded. Oh, he's following me. I got you. Okay, so where can I put affidavit in public? You just go to your. You got to go to your state um, county clerk, or they don't do it in the county, then you're gonna want to do it in the representative of the state. That clerk there, and put it in there. And it's also an online platform that you can use, and I'll do a video about it, and I'll place it on this particular page here, and you'll be able to put it in online for that purpose. Yeah, you know what you mean. And
Thinking more local and looking at your own grassroots, what you can also do is read it into assembly meetings of your county, or city, municipality, if you want to get real official.
woo, that is very. There we go. I was amazed what I hear when I listen. I know, like my eyes open up too. I was like, oh, I'm telling you, this is a bad dude right here. They took all of your stuff off. They took all your, okay, out of the county? What did you do?
It
I'm
does happen.
interested.
There is always going to be a context for how you are doing business. If it is of a public, put there a notice, yeah. If it's adverse to their system operating, then it will be taken off.
That's true. I want to put you in my pocket. Shoot, me too. I think I'm just gonna walk next to the brother. Yeah, that's man. I'm not gonna lie. Miss you guys, and I miss doing these lives. This brings me a lot of joy. I'm about to speed down. Hey, y'all need to put this man on retainer, man. You'll have access to him. Front pocket, of course. Stop it.
Yes, I have, to be honest.
That's right.
But like-minded, that's a victory. You did so with your procedure, not with consumer law. Excellent. There's a success right there. It's important. I mean, there's substance in everything that we do. Even our contracts are held to be akin to legislative acts,
Hmm.
statutes. They have the force and effect of legislative acts.
Yes. I got my pen today tapping away. Thank you. And thank you for the engagement, family. Like-minded administrative process. And with consumer law, yes, now you don't have to be bound to the consumer law itself. It is always the guideline to speak to. Yep. They just took up all my wild printing. Oh wow. I'm sorry to hear that, family. But there's always a way to get it where you need it. Always a way. And you can even speak directly to those who have taken it off. There is a representative of that office that should not be doing that, that you can use an administrative process with. You were damaged. You were defaced, slandered. You can speak to it. Goodness, thank you guys for tapping that screen. It's jumping up fast. Got 4 more K to go, and we're there. Fresh credit, appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Let's see who we got in here. Let me thank everybody for being in here. Fresh credit, Steve, Lord Sam, Chris, VV, J Biz. I see Chris L, like-minded, Nikki, Crystal, Stan, Andrew. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. L White, I see you. I don't know why they have it right there. Thank you, Chris. Randy, I see you. Just joining in. You can see the actual headline and title. That's what we're talking about, family. Administrative process. A little bit of consumer law. If you guys have anything with that and anything in this space that may come across your mind. Thank you, brother. Oh, yeah. I'm pumped up. Like Crystal, she pumped up like that too, man. Seemed like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow. You gonna put the hat on? You put that hat on. Oh, wow. Thank you, thank you. I better stop. Y'all about to have me blushing over here, family. Shoot, goodness. Silly and fun. I dig it. Yes, sir. What accounts are we working on? Thank you, family. Still need that meet and greet. Oh, most def. Rennie Batman 15. What's going on?
Definitely coordinate something.
Yes. Mortgage. All right now. Taking on the big dogs. Really, they all the same size to me, but yes, ma'am. I think I heard a car in the background. Anybody else? I see Miss Nikki says she's working on a mortgage. She's like they little. That's right.
Yep.
Car and two credit cards. All right now. And I hope that you guys are making sure that you're still staying in honor with these accounts while you do these things. Car and two credit cards, fresh card notes. We put an S behind that. PayPal discharge. You got the PayPal discharge? Congratulations, Crystal. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, y'all got to give her some love for that, guys. She discharged her PayPal account. That's what I'm talking about. So let me fix this. Go back big. Like Crystal get at me. That's it. How about that process, man? I'm so proud of you. Good job, man. That's fantastic. It's not a music. I'll try to message you. Yes, ma'am. So I'm following you. Well, I'm clicking follow back, but it's private. So once you go in there and you can find me, you should be able to message me. I would love to hear about it. Love to hear about it. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, VV. Okay, so just got the 18K. All we need is two more K, guys. Two more K. I'm posting it on YouTube for you guys to go back through. So this one was a really good one. You guys asked a lot of questions. I'd hate for this one to go to waste for sure. Y'all asked a lot of questions, good ones. And you got some new people in here, so welcome to the family, guys. And this is primarily what we do when we go live. When we tap in, if it's not just me, it'll be me and Sam. He pops in, he blesses us with that profound etiquette of his, and we're just trying to open eyes, wake up hearts, the good ones. We got Chris L in here. Appreciate it. Chris hitting the like. Okay. Got it to 19. Oh, dang, that quick. Thank you, brother. Oh, hit that goal. Wow. Y'all showing a lot of love, man. And this is gonna keep me going back, coming back. And just remember, y'all engaging the page and stuff like that. I'm trying to think and see if I do it once a week. Whoever does the most, like, I'll let you know that you're the top one that week, and I'll give you a call. We'll arrange something and just have you some questions ready, and we'll knock it out for you. Thank you, Miss Nikki. Oh goodness. But that's how we're gonna keep the family engaged. That's how we keep the community strong. We got to keep it strong. There's nothing but love over here. Okay, I see you, Sam. Sam's coming back. Appreciate it, VV.
All right. Thank you for your patience. My phone got hot.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. You said my phone got hot. Why I start blowing on the phone? We got it to 20K, y'all. We got it. It's getting posted. It's getting posted. For sure, for sure.
Chris asked you what your YouTube is.
Oh, it's a YouTube. It's Coach Brown, IV. And I'll type it in here. Yeah, you search that on YouTube, it'll be there. and they should let me put the link in my bio. That way, I'll have all my social media on there now. 'Cause before 1,000, I wasn't able to do it. I believe I'll be able to now. Chris shared the live. Oh, he wants us to stay on a little bit longer. I got you. You guys keep engaging. We'll be here. Oh, I said 20K. I screenshot. 20K, 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 20K. All right, now we got it, guys. All right, just letting folks know for sure. Let's get some more questions in. Let's make it worth it. Last time they was playing with the numbers. Yes, they were. They were. But it's okay. We appreciate them. Learn my lesson. Recreated it. We'll stay within the guidelines and keep pumping out to the community properly. If you want to go private, you can meet us on Patreon with the workbook. We're gonna keep that foundation solid for you, and you will not have issues. As long as you're applying yourself, you will not have any issues. I see you, Chief. Chief popped in. You can see the title. That's what we're talking about, family. Oh, howdy. Indeed. For sure. I am here in Texas, so all I need is oars. What is an application? I'll put some in here for you guys. Thank you, family. Fresh credit. Shout out to you. Got that bad boy to 22. You got a singular workbook or a series? You see that, Sam? For the workbook question? Is it singular or a series?
And is the workbook a singular or a series? It is a series. So it's itemized. Admin process only covers the material that was associated with that topic. And then the second series was advanced legal expression, which develops off of understanding the basics of administrative procedure for due process. Those points, that's the foundation for all of your expression. Is what you're expressing. What you are expressing is a legislative act, which means that there is a standard, even though it's informal adjudication.
Yes. Photos. Right. I said, Chris, let me check you out, brother. You showing some love. Okay, it only shows me the rankings of those who put in. I'll try to catch you. If you're following me, Chris, drop a 9 in the chat. That way I can follow you back. I appreciate the engagement. The same way y'all show love to me on my page, for sure. I'll be doing the same with yours when you guys post and I come across it. But definitely remember, I'll be giving that free call out, a free 30-minute call once a week. And Sunday, you'll find out who has one, and I'll tap in with you. And if
Thank
you
you all for the
liking the
engagement.
page, thank you, Nikki. For those who liking the videos, those who are leaving comments on the videos, sharing them and reposting them, that's what I'm gauging it off of, and coming to the live. So I'm gonna put all that together.
even those that are no longer current students, it's important you hear this and know this. It's important for us in giving you the baseline understanding of how business is operating around you. The goal was never to keep you in a stable. It was to allow you to get your business done.
Hmm.
And that's why we're in such good rapport, and we want to continue to have good rapport with you as you are seeing your success. You're continuing to share that and to help those that are further behind or newer into this and reeling in some of that misdirection that is out there. Because there's a lot of information, but experience is the best teacher with this.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad that you've overcome it, Chris, and are ready to, really dig deep into the work.
Hmm.
It is an effort. How do we join? The link isn't in my bio; it's on Coach Brown's bio. Did you put it on your new one bio? Or?
No, it's not on the new one. But I'll send it to you in a message on this particular page because I'm just jettisoning that whole last page completely. So if you send me a message on here, I'll get it to you. And everybody who joins, everybody who's ever had a product, I'm gonna pin you in that in my messages. That way I'll be able to see it. Okay? But just keep them as brief as you can. Keep them concise, and as long as you're supporting the page, it'll grow, and that's all I ask. And where we can help as many people as possible. And I don't, did you hear about Crystal? She discharged her PayPal,
Ah, excellent. No, I
right?
was I was dealing with my
Hot
phone.
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, she discharged the guys. She did it. She did it. So proud, man. That's great news.
It's important. That first victory, it definitely gives you the confidence to go after those little bit more complex accounts. But it's definitely, again, caution will tell you, well, we've always prefaced anything. You don't fight all of your battles at once. You go after one till completion, then you move on to the new business.
Hmm. That's how you build that rapport up, man. And then that's needed. That's what's gonna keep you going.
Yep.
Hmm. Take my L's like I take my W's, man. I learn from both.
And
So go ahead, bro.
absolutely. I was just scrolling through, make sure don't ignore anyone. Fresh, it it is about how you're going to be doing the business. If you're speaking directly to the trustees, technically you're cutting out the middleman, and technically, if they wanted to, they could hold you accountable for it because you don't have a contract for business with their trustee.
Hmm. It's definitely all in your approach. If you're dealing with the trustee, then you have to be handling it in that manner, like straight up. If you're dealing with the CFO, then you have to be handling it in his manner,
Yes.
because that's your establishment. You're established with both, but it's how you're gonna establish the relationship as to how you're gonna get what you want out of that account. And the intermediary is gonna be the CFO, for sure. It's gonna be the CFO. True Hebrews, sister, please contact me. All right. Heard about that success. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Then I
You
was
you
sending
weren't
it to the wrong
you weren't sending
person.
it to the wrong person. They are ultimately responsible for it. It's just a matter of how you're speaking to them, which impresses the duty upon them. Because you can be speaking to the right person and
It's the wrong way.
not not give them the substance that is required.
Send it to the trustee.
Indenture trustee.
Mm-hmm. So at
Absolutely.
least, yeah, you have to be speaking to them in a different type of manner.
Yes.
That's yeah.
You can only speak to them about substance. You can't speak to them about accounting because that's not their duty to you.
They do have a duty to the creation of something in that account. They do.
Yes.
So he's completely correct. See how you have that double-edged sword there?
So very important. It's not just knowing what your duty is, it's knowing what their duty is. How are you going to give directions to someone when you don't know how to do the work?
Yes. Your duty to them is just as important as their duty to you. So if you're lacking in any way, shape, or form with the CFO or the trustee, then they can lack with you. They're going to do that for sure.
Yep.
So kind of interested to see how what that situation is. Here for you. If you like to speak on it in a private capacity, but if not, ask questions and see exactly what answers you can get so you can redirect yourself.
But typically, even if you are speaking appropriately, the other aspect of the business that you're in is that you will not get a pat on the back. You will not get a verbal expression of, hey, you did it right. They're just going to take care of business and move on to the next sucker,
Hmm.
being honest.
Pretty much how they do it. They don't looking back at all. I think they want you to know is that you're doing something correctly in that aspect. So just keep
Don't
handling your
expect
affairs.
don't expect validation. It's not a yeah, you did it right. Like
Seriously.
it's not.
Didn't get no celebration, brother.
No,
He said no.
not from them.
Big facts. Y'all are wild together as a pack. That's all I'm gonna say. Wow. As a pack. Yep, not from them. Not from them at all. I promise you, man, this tea is good, bro. I'm gonna send you some. I'm gonna send you some. Do you have some of that? Thank you guys for the engagement. Y'all still hitting that like button. God dog it. I appreciate it. It's way past 20K. Definitely gonna be a good one for you guys to look back at. What's going on, Lewis? I see you, brother. So you can see what we have at the top. That's what we're talking about, the administrative process, consumer law. We talk about remittances, coupons, the whole nine. Whatever questions you have. It's tapping on the screen. A little Morse code, huh? Surprisingly, I couldn't hear it though. I couldn't hear it this time.
Well, I muted it to.
Oh, well, okay, well, duh. That makes sense. Now studying for the court hearing. Okay, all right, all right. On the 30th. I'll make sure. Let me write that down so I can put some energy in the air for you tonight, all the way up until that day. Right on my sticky note. Energy to stand until 30th. Just make sure you have your ducks in a row, boss man, and you're speaking on what you have on paper, and let that precede you. Should be fine. So just thank you. Send a reminder, and we can send that energy together. Most definitely. Sure will. Yeah, definitely.
Yep, it's definitely an act.
So that's the blue moon. Okay. Look at you. All right now. Stuff aligning for you, brother Stan. That's gonna be an interesting day for many people. Those moon cycles, boy. They're trying to dispute this Discover and JetBlue Barclays card, trying to find CFOs. And find them for those 8K forms and that 10K form. They'll be there. Yes, ma'am. Well, you must have been typing it as I was saying it. So I want you guys to write a proper cover letter so they can respect me more. Well, definitely come and get the consult, but and we'll guide you. We'll guide you on what you may need for that. But more importantly, you get into that workbook and you understand that process, man. It's gonna be cake. Don't hold any weight with them apparently. Well, it's because it's not about their response. It's about your enforcement of your rights that you're asserting through your expression to them. Like you got to keep pushing through. So those rounds they matter. Your foundation matters. You can push that foundation and you can bring proper quote unquote soup to them if necessary. However, you're trying to bring them to court. Just check your arbitration agreement with them. Okay, make sure you check that arbitration clause in your contract with those cards because those are a lot easier to deal with. And just tap in with us if you can. That's what I was doing a lot of reading on today, brother. Just those clauses and those type of accounts. Appreciate the comments too, family. Fresh credit 800. You're not afraid. Glad you're comfortable. That's right. Shannon, were you about to say something earlier? I know I probably cut you off there.
No, I was. I don't even recall what I was specifically beginning with. It's more so just about process, I believe. Process.
My new favorite tea in the world right now. That's just it. And so we still here, family. Keep dropping them comments down there.
I actually have a question for those current and past students.
Yes, sir.
Which, if you will say, any lecture was most helpful for for your own understanding of how the business is being conducted. Just from your own thoughts. And fresh credit, you would have to demonstrate an injury as it relates to a civil penalty. You have to demonstrate where that award is justified. And yeah, I can say that again, Crystal. The question I was asking it to students who are current students or past students is what lecture or subject that we spoke about privately or publicly here was most useful to you in your own experience or understanding of this topic. It's very broad, but what really for you stood out in making the difference?
Hmm. Okay, I see Chris's. You said I replayed your lecture where you described what vessels were no fewer than 10 times, probably more.
Yes.
Mhm. Sometime in March, I kept watching that thing because the concept's blowing my mind. And then for fresh credit, I sent, I guess, the security and didn't get a response back. They didn't destroy it, send it back, or respond. Is that a valid reason? Yes or no?
In of itself, no. It substantiates a fiduciary duty, but it does not give you the right of enforcing that duty without a demonstration of what the penalty is. Because for everything that we may claim, we must also give consideration.
Facts. Okay.
And the
Nope.
consideration in this case, letting you know what the consideration is from a legal standpoint, is about what detriment, what penalty is imposed for them not responding. If you haven't given clarity to that in your first communication with them, there's no authority to take that
Okay.
claim any further, which is why it's a process. It's a negotiation. The goal isn't to impose penalties in your first correspondence with any party. That's not effectively bringing them to the table. That's not negotiating in good faith.
Hmm.
At least
That's
not from the
negotiable.
standpoint that I teach. I know why I'm saying this. Can you get around that? Yes, but again, we're not sharks. We are honorable beings. So I'm going to teach you what's honorable. I'm going to go with what makes sense to me. That
Yes.
way, your character isn't called into question when you're representing something to be a fact.
Boom. And Crystal, she said structuring the admin process currently, you know, my position. It's like finally, especially in a civil matter. Hey, you got your remedy, you got your PayPal discharge, that's your soundness. That's a great foundation to build. Let's see what else we got. I just adopted you as a brother. That's what Fresh Credit says. Make sure you follow him, man, for sure. Chris said respect that, and Nikki, hers was the negotiations lecture.
I'm glad that that helped to give you more of a background. I think that's something that's not given enough attention when it comes to the business actually being conducted. Because many people talk about processes but do not give mindset or don't stress mindset enough.
Yes.
And again, I always begin with it. You're not negotiating from a position of weakness. You're negotiating from a position of authority. The basis for you being able to contract is authority. That means that you have power. You bring power to the table. Negotiations, contracts are not consummated without your consent, without your body being offered as tribute. That sounds exactly like marriage, because it is marriage.
Mm-hmm.
It's as intimate as marriage.
Yes.
You are joining your business, your body with another.
Mm-hmm. And Nikki said, "Yep." Crystal said, "Especially when you're the creator." Mm-hmm. And Jesse, welcome, welcome. Fresh credit. Yep, got you there.
Another key
Venture.
point of talking about public participation is it's dealing with presumptions. If you did not create it, you are not technically the owner. What we do create, we have authority to express upon. What we do hold, we have the authority to express upon. So the importance isn't always just from a legal commercial perspective being the maker, the one who creates. It's about control and authority. Will you allow something of commercial use and value to do what it's meant to do and circulate? If you do not give it circulation, it has no power, it has no meaning, it does not fulfill its obligation, it does not serve its intended purpose. And you will not see an award for holding up trade, because that is directly counterproductive to trade, to business practices.
Yes.
Why am I saying that? If you're looking for the discretion of a fiduciary for a judge, they're going to look at the morality. And the morality is, well, it's whatever they say it is at that given time with respect to business practices, legal practices.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to place a dam, you better
Right.
have good reason. Because if it's not fraud that you can demonstrate, you have the paperwork, you have the documentation to back it up,
Mm-hmm.
it will go into a lot of frustration. Thing.
Like a whole lot. Oh, we got some little ones back there.
She'll know.
So, yeah, that definitely sounds like vacation to me.
Yes. By the water. By the water.
Man, I'm on my way before Bali. It's gonna be fun. Keep the
I'll
currency
be
on.
right back, brother.
I got you. But yes, family. And the true Hebrew question of the stamp that is being mentioned here, according to, okay, you're talking about the dimensions and the in lieu of that you need to place on that particular stamp there. I believe the stamp that he was talking about was referring to, I think, when he referred to just the tax purposes, so like stamp duty. He was more than likely referring to stamp duties. You know, when you're pledging like another security or whatnot, that's why you'll put the stamps on there. And you know, you place those in the bottom right hand corner on the front and the back side. of that particular negotiable instrument that you're trying to send through. Okay, lovely selling. That's just a beautiful freaking name. I like that. He mentioned two different stamps. Okay. So yeah, those are the two different stamps. You have the ones that have like the dimensions. That's the one that's like 4.5 inches in width, 1.5 inch in height, and there's the verbiage on there that you need from 3.5. It kind of tells you like in those blue boxes, and then in 3.6, it tells you exactly how to revise what's in the blue box in point 5. Point 6 tells you what you need to put in lieu of, as opposed to just the regular stamps that you will place on the document for the stamp duties purposes, and you're going to want to cancel those out as well. You can put stamps on there, but if you don't cancel them out, then they're not going to hold any tax paying type of mechanism for that document. So drop a 9 for me if that made sense to you, family. And I'm trying to find the brother that was speaking about it. I want to say it was Fresh Credit that was speaking about that earlier. So hopefully that helps. So that's just the really just the beauty of studying. Um, I'm just not some guy who just sits on some mountain free of these things and I'm not studying. Like my blessings are going to continue to come because I continue to apply myself in the passion that is commerce. Okay, I did the stamp situation, sent it to Discover, but to the indenture trustee, and I believe he kept it. Yeah, you sent it to the right person. You did send it to the right person there. Then go to CFR 3264 for enforcement. Mm-hmm. Yes. And then you have I will read everything that they have in the was it 31 CFR 328.5, point 6, point 7, and point 8. So just take your time with it, family, and just understand what you're doing before you start to do it. And, yeah, you need assistance. Just if you don't have a foundation, it's gonna be hard for you. You're gonna need the foundation period. You don't need that admin process. Just read now. Yep. Yep. Hopefully that helped, family. All right, brother's back. There you go. You
Yes,
told them
sir.
kids to be quiet. You ain't go out there with Mr. Leather or nothing, did you?
Nah, I ain't. Not, not worried about it.
I can just imagine you disciplining your future son. I'm gonna, man, send me the video. I want to see that. 1 second, family.
Yes.
All right, still here, still here. And Sam's gonna sit in here and he's gonna wait for you guys to drop something in the comments. Whenever I do, I have to take a brief break. On, I've been on here, just the duration of it. We've been on here for a while, guys. Let's keep them coming. I got nothing but energy. I'm full of this butterfly PT. Thank you, brother.
Very welcome. Keep going.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Feels great to be back on live with the family. It does. And we got some new family members. And you've been adopted as a brother by Fresh Credit.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah. And man, as far as the workbook, is it anything that you can kind of speak on with it? Just as far as what's included, like the
Uh,
layout or anything?
you know, uh, main aspect or material components are a test for self-assessment, the material video lecture, as well as PowerPoints. I give a visual aid and expression and reading points,
Hmm.
and then my reading list, which I required for all the
Yes.
gold members, just to give them foundational understanding of the progression of the law and how it's being applied.
Yes.
The
Hmm.
beauty of history is it's all applicable. That's what the law is.
Yes, sir. I dropped the nines in there for the brother. He did a great job on the workbook. So that's what's gonna keep you going. That's the wax on, wax off technique right there. So if you guys are interested at all, I highly encourage that. Keep your foundation solid.
Yes. And true Hebrew, in regards to the stamp, do you not conduct commerce? Do you not receive checks and balance books? Give deposits? Give applications? Make promises? Contracts? Those are all duties of a banker.
Hmm.
So it's not a exclusive club that you are not a party to. If that's a duty that's imposed upon you, you have as much right to the reward for utilizing the mechanism, because the law in substance speaks to everyone, not
Yes.
limited to bankers. Understanding what the business of banking is, it's applicable to all of us. If you're of the age of majority.
Man. Talking about shush. That's it. That's it. Wish see if I can show this thing, bro. Like this is crazy. You see how big this thing is?
Oh yes,
That's a mango, bro. They have like a little farmer's market across the street here. And when I tell you, directly from Mexico, good fruits. Good fruits. I'm at the age of majority without expressing it in an affidavit. Am I at the age of majority without expressing it in an affidavit? Well, we have to
yes,
express it.
yes, you are. It's implied by your actions. Any actions that you enter into, you are held to be accountable for.
Hmm. Status correction. It definitely that helps. It helps. It's not a mandatory way about moving in the manner that you're trying to accomplish this particular goal, but it definitely does help in other arenas,
Yep.
like tremendously. The way that it seems, the way that you want to go, it will be a tremendous help to you.
But that means different things, because everyone doesn't have the same goal with that.
Hmm.
Because when I think of that, or how I've done business and corrected my stance, really it's an individual stance, because each business looks at you on the basis of how you came into the relationship with them. The political, while it's important, it doesn't overlap into the private business. It doesn't discharge obligations in of itself just because you have a proper standing politically.
Hmm.
So it's knowing that it's not a one size fits all. The work has to be done proactively through your actions, through your involvement in any arena that you are in.
Yes, sir.
So represent yourself correctly, appropriately, and again, knowing what's at stake.
So I dream about the work. That's it. Getting in that subconscious.
Yes. But the main element of status correction really is truthfully mindset. Mindset and capacity. Because really in truth, we already inherently know that we do not exist on paper. So there isn't anything that paperwork is gonna do for you if your mindset is still to identify with something outside of yourself. Really and
Hmm.
truthfully.
Yeah, if you're thinking like a miner, your actions are going to show it, regardless of what you have on file or in anybody's county. That's the beauty of this, though. This is something that cannot be counterfeited.
Oh,
You can get lucky, but luck is not anything that's truly consistent.
oh, because it can't be replicated.
Hmm.
And we're not here to base this on luck. We are preparing ourselves for the work that is to come. Because there is work. There's a responsibility on you in any arena that you are in. You already have that responsibility. It's just not as at the forefront. And it's very easy to have that go into the back of our mindset when we're engaging with or feeling as though we are underwater with other matters taking precedent. But it's the most important, and it has to be at the forefront in order to get out of the conditions that have been imposed. Because they all follow from that same alignment, same train of thought.
Hmm. Yes, sir.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you, Miss Nikki, for
Right
blessing Lord
answer for the
Saint.
right reasons and being willing to experience it.
Hmm. Yes, especially when you do it in honor. It's way more blissful. Not trying to take anything from anyone.
Your mindset is what develops that separation because how you proceed in business, you're correcting those deficiencies. Your identity, your ego was only based on what was superimposed onto you in paperwork. You don't have the freedom, you don't have the utility of your full mind, intellect, knowledge, curiosity to see anything else other than what's in black and white. And that's a prison.
Hmm.
It has no utility to you if your essence is captured solely on paper.
Couldn't have said it any better.
So knowledge is what liberates and equalizes the playing field. The more that you invest your time, your energy into learning procedure, learning and expressing yourself effectively, and changing the type of speech and thought processes that you apply to your situation, your circumstances, the more that your experiences align to the work that you are doing, both internally and external.
Yes.
Yes. It's very important. Because all of this is logical. It's not just, hey, I hope and believe. I'm not telling you to pray, and I'm not saying anything that is negative about prayer, but it has a place, and this is about logic. I'm telling you about business. It's logic.
Hmm. Yes.
Your faith is what you get to enjoy, but you show it through your conduct.
That boy is spitting today. He said, I'm getting there. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm going to need some more pedals.
Yes.
We got this thing at 27 likes, guys. Appreciate it thoroughly. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it dearly. Knowing your position. Yes, it is. Your position and your relationship to your position and vice versa. And you speak to that. You know that before you speak to it.
Reciprocity, rights and duties. That is the legal interest. That is the commercial interest. That is the business model. If you don't know the duties, how are you expressing yourself as anything other than a minor?
Mhm. Yes. Mhm. And we're still here, family. And we answered all of your questions. That's dope. That
Yes.
is good. And as you guys are studying, like for future lives, write you down some questions. That way, when you do come in here, you'll be able to get them out. 'Cause that's exactly what I'm opening up to you guys for coming here. You come here, you show love, you're gonna receive it right back. So have your questions ready, engage on the page, and let's get to it. Let's build each other's mind. Like-minded Crystal, you're still here. Crystal, like-minded is after you. She might just be a little busy. I'm sure she will get back. So we sent her some messages and stuff, man. She's coming. And Chris said, love it. Well, definitely, man. We love it. We love you as well. Alvin, them be private questions. Can't get shadowed again.
Yeah. I mean, it's knowing the threshold. We can answer general questions, but if it's very specific to your matter and experience, it's going to take more than
Yes. Let's see.
the time that we've allotted to, going over the general aspects.
Here's where private questions can be answered. Got you. And for this private platform here, as long as you have, sent the gift on here or whatnot, I'll give you that link over there. And that way, when I do go live on there, you guys can come in and we can tackle that with you. Or I can do it solely myself. I don't think Sam likes that one too much. What did you say to file for publications again?
Well, I didn't say anything as far as publication. I was talking more about enforcement or official record being placed. That you could do that at the local level, municipality, whether that be in a county chartered meeting or a city chartered meeting as official business.
Hmm.
But then you have to dig into what your actual charter says and why you have that authority.
And I followed you right back, like minded. My apologies. I thought that I did already. But that's the way of the beast, guys. Back to that foundation. And you keep jumping off of that trampoline because you're gonna land on your foundation. So if you bounce yourself off trying to go from one thing to the next, this is gonna be a it's gonna be a roller coaster of a ride for you.
A goal
I
should
definitely
not. What is the
go ahead, bro.
difference? Okay. What I was going to say before I answer the true Hebrews question, the goal is never to begin an administrative process expressing yourself and then get into a different procedure altogether. Because all of our actions are under the microscope, and your opposition or counterparts are gauging your competency. If you know that you have discharged an obligation or set your terms, if you give up easily, you lose the ability to enforce those terms. You leave in the battlefield without staking your claim.
Yes, sir.
So it's important to have that standard, set that standard, and see it through to fruition, and not just hop into, I need to send a security, or I need to stamp this, or have a postal tax seal, anything that you can imagine with it. The substance has to be there, intelligible to you, intelligible to someone else by a reasonable standard. So the question, difference between operating in public and private, is it feasible? Private, I talk at length about this. It's going to mean something different for people who have experience with this, but for my personal aspect of what I relate it to and how I teach, the real true privacy that you have and enjoy is solely your own. The only privacy that you have of your thoughts, your actions, is in your expression, because that's what you're taking with when you leave this place. Everything else is public. How you do public is very important, because a contract, while it may be between you, yourself, and another party, it's still public because there is a name that was created for you that you are operating through. So it's public.
Yes, sir.
A vehicle that you've created, that you are the operator of. You are the vessel master, master of the ship. You set the rules. You set the flag. You set the stake. You've given up the interest. You put up the money, if you will, to see it into fruition. You set the rules, but guess what? That is still public operation, because you are looking to exchange in public interest
Hmm.
as an operator. So the goal isn't to be afraid of public operation. Really, it's just about standardizing your participation if you have to do anything publicly appropriately, knowing the rules before you're engaging further in any new business. Because if you can't get over the hill that you already have, why are you setting new fires on new land?
Yes. Appreciate it, VV. So, yeah, I'm preaching today. I gotta tap in.
That's the difference. If you want to talk about what's protecting privacy, privacy is your enjoyment. It's your physical body. But to get to that, you got to have a barrier. And that barrier, first and foremost, is how you conduct yourself publicly. So you want to protect this, you want to protect the privacy, the sanctity, the dignity. You got to do the public correctly and appropriately. It's pure and simple. Can you, to protect yourself, create a new vessel and have that vessel and have full autonomy? Absolutely, yes. But again, that's more advanced level of knowledge. And it's not a requirement for enjoying the line and respecting the line. It's just having a well-established understanding of what we already operate through. Your
Mm-hmm.
average executive doesn't even know this as well as we know it, being perfectly honest with you. They're more scared of you than you may realize. The second you're sending something, they're hoping that you go away. They're like, shit, send them anything. Like, being honest,
That's
they're still going
absolutely
to
true.
work, you know?
That's true. What I'm saying, right?
They're trying to bluff you. It's about all they can do.
Hmm. Operating the public correctly to enjoy it privately. That's it. As above, so below.
Oh, I was talking about executives that most people are interacting with at the basic level when you're looking at negotiating and settling the terms of your contracts and getting revested into your account. I use
Hmm.
that term very specifically. You're revesting in a type of title. You're revesting in a type of interest. A reversioner's claim, as before, something was the appropriate stance that is being reclaimed.
Yes.
Hmm? Yes.
That's it. Representing oneself. That's it.
And there's great power in it once you have that assurance of yourself and procedure.
Hmm.
Because the beauty in it is you don't have to do it exactly the way that I do it. You may find that you have enhanced your study, your process with something that's
Which
broader
one?
or more specific than what I've given to you. But at the very least, you have the skeleton, the bones. You know what and how it is meant to operate. You know where the duties are. You have clarity on where the duties are. You know what rights you possess. You know what rights you're invoking with your actions. If you don't know those two, you're not meant to be at the table. And that's what we would like to get people back into, is getting you back to the table.
Yes. Hmm. Emo. Thank you, family. All right. Mickey over there dying. There we go. Showing some love today.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Anything on y'all's mind?
See you soon, Chris. Glad to have you drop in and continue studying, continue working at your matters. See it through.
Sir, you got this. You definitely do. You got the keys. Always have had them. Just showing you where to place them in the door you're trying to get through.
Hmm.
Gotcha. Seems like you acquired a Mr. Samuel's preacher man. That's it. That's the mentor. I'm telling you. That's the boss man right there. The primary reason why y'all see stuff on TikTok. Got built that confidence up through learning from and with them. So I'm trying to expand the community to where you guys are doing the same. Oh snap. Superpowers. That's what he did.
Yeah,
That's it.
thank you.
So that's it. That's it. I get quiet. I've just been trying to show you how blue this stuff can get, man. Got to pull a little bit more out of those pedals. There you go. Yeah. You see your superpower, brother? You got some.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate it, Venture.
I'm gonna need some of that tea. I'm telling you, I can't stop. I don't know. I know you can't get addicted to herbs. I just really like it. I like it when they change colors. So, what is that you're drinking, brother? I'll put it back in here. That's some good stuff. Helps with opening the pineal gland a lot too. Here we go. Great to drink that kind of tea when you're studying, man. There's blessings all around us. You got to utilize them. The whole world is for you to use. It's your oyster. So I've been meatless for a month. Feels good. Yup, that's right. It'll be 2 months and about 4 days for me. I feel fantastic. It's really like the first 3 days were kind of easy, but it was like from 3 to 7. I was not a nice person to be around during that. Talking about pause. Hey. Yeah.
6 weeks? Well, I didn't know you made the change, Stan.
Oh, well, oh, that's fantastic, Stan. I didn't know you did that either. Proud of you, man. Wow, we're all on the same wavelength. That's good.
Yep.
You have some type of booklet out about this business. Ray Pierce. Oh, okay, I thought that was somebody else. Yes, we do. We have a workbook out on the administrative process. Uh, Gives you that foundation that you're gonna need to kind of maneuver, in this space. And it's on Patreon. So let me see if you're following me. Yep, I'm gonna follow you back. So you can direct message me if you're interested in the book and the workbook. Ray Pierce is just now getting here, so feel free to ask whatever's on your mind. Fruits and vegetables. Yep. Me too. And grains. Do you add an agave to the tea? Mm-mm. I don't put nothing in it. It's just the tea leaves, and I extract directly from that. Um, you stop worrying about the taste of things, and you start to see how the body actually absorbs this stuff and benefits you a lot better without all the seasonings and the blockers. Starting a garden also. Oh, get you some sweet potatoes. Those sweet potatoes. There we go. Switch out my earpiece, fam. 1 second. Okay, can you guys hear me? All right, brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Okay. Look at y'all getting healthy and learning and stuff. Family. That's it.
It's important steps.
Lemon tree, bell peppers, pineapples, and rosemary. Ooh. Get you some moringa too. It's moringa. They grow pretty quick and they're super good for you. I like to put them in my curries and moringa leaves. Do I ever hold seminars? We're going to. We're going to soon. We haven't held one yet, but definitely will. And for those who have the workbook, definitely gonna be pretty nice and interactive with the webinar. So, uh, the artist producer drop. What's going on, family? It's on your mind. I'm going to move to Texas. Hey, we here. We are here. It gets a little warm, but if you're healthy, you gotta embrace this light. Let me charge this up before it goes out. They got it up to 31,000 likes, brother. Wow. Say it's hot. Yes, yes it is. Hey, Mella, see you. True Hebrew, appreciate it. I'm glad you guys are engaging, man. Really hope it has been helping you. Hey, man, I'm ready for winter. Ooh, what's that? That's out Mississippi? That red phone was going on in Mississippi. Okay, okay, I'll be looking out. Okay, fantastic. Go. Probably be on here a few more minutes. Probably take a light break, and if you're up for it, brother, we can hop back on a little bit later for sure.
Absolutely.
And for everybody that's following this page, like you, hopefully, do y'all get the notifications whenever I do go live? Do they pop up?
Yes, at least I do. Yeah.
Okay, guys, if yeah, probably have to like hit the bell or whatever that thing is, to where y'all can get the notifications when I do go live, and that way, y'all just keep getting those questions answered, keep getting that inspiration that's needed. So I have to turn it on. Yes, ma'am. Not on this for me. Okay. Yeah, y'all hit that bell on there if y'all do want to, you know, be notified whenever we do go live. I'm gonna need a second wind here for sure. Bell hit. Thank you. Most def. Okay, bro. We'll be looking out. I got you on Ray Pierce. Yep, I followed you back. All right. Yep, you hit that bell, man. Like, we do this a lot, and we dive in. And I'll also be posting on the YouTube because we broke 20K. So you'll be able to go back and check out everything we spoke about. And this was a really good one. This one was a good one. So a lot of nuggets in here. Like I said earlier, y'all interested in the workbook, just DM me, and that's how we're gonna rock it. And also liking and sharing and reposting and commenting on the videos. Whoever does that the most, uh, once a week, who's ever at the top of that list for me, you'll get a free consult, and we'll book it, and we'll keep rocking. BB said 40K. I don't know if I'm gonna make it, man. I don't know if I can make it this one. I'll hold on. I'll hold on. Just drop a few more questions in there for us, and I'm almost there. I'm gonna hold tight. I'll hold tight. I asked for 20, you asked for 40. That's fine. That's fair. What do you call that, Sam? Reciprocity.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. The Wi-Fi is on. Okay, I can play some music. At least something back here. Oh, wow. Two is for 40. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Exchange, no rivalry. That's right. And I did see what accounts you guys are working on. So, which round are you guys in these accounts that you're working on? Uh, drop a one in there for me on the first, two for second round, three for third. First just sent this week. Okay, fantastic. I got a three for Stan, a two for Fresh Credit, one for VV. Oh, there it is. That's good, guys. Keep at it. Like, keep working. Keep performing your duty. Because that's what it is. These accounts are supposed to benefit you and aid you, not deplore. Whenever they send you a presentment, I get excited. I get happy when I see these things. 'Cause that just means that it's something that I need to correct because it needs to be somewhere. It needs to be somewhere making me feel good. 1099A. Did you do the 1099A online? I hear those kids playing in the background. Someone playing with something. Yep, accepted. Fantastic. Fantastic, man. And you just keep rocking with it. Okay, so we had 34. Okay, so thank you guys. Thank you. Hopefully we get to 40 quick. All right, in 1 second.
No worries at all, brother. Wherever you're at, hopefully you've sat down and you've put much thought and consideration into the points of process and procedure that you were going to pursue.
Yes, sir.
Just in a brief or a generic manner, what is the first notice establishing? So what is the first point of the process or procedure establishing? What is the baseline? What must be communicated in order for it to have any enforcement? Intent and usage. Without that expression, it is implied that a custodian or uh, a party that is in a position of duty can do whatever they so choose with what you have given them. And all that you have given them that is not the asset is considered to be a gift or donation. So intent or usage, intent or use. That should remind you or set off a flag in your head in regards to a lecture I gave on use and occupation. The occupation of the bank, the occupation being the relationship, the duty, the use being the intent, the intention. And all use and trade is about circulation. It's about interest being
Yes.
compiled properly, appropriately, scalable.
Hmm. That's it. Drop some nines in there for me if that's something that expanded your mind. Definitely appreciate the engagement. Man, get to that 40K. Definitely got to tap back in with you guys tonight. Yeah, look at that blue water. Do you also help with credit? You help the administrative process in general is going to take you wherever you need to go, whether it be in credit or in those accounts. But as you're fixing your account and you get it corrected, it automatically corrects the credit. Hopefully that answers your question, Mr. Pierce. Go. Blueberry. What's going on? I'm doing family. What's on your mind? What's on your mind? Like you're already following, so I know you're aware of how we get down. Get my brother a salute. Appreciate you stopping by. So they trying to get to 40,000 likes. So keep double tapping that screen. Let's get there. Glad to see you still doing your thing. Almost deaf. Saying rocking with my brother. It's almost impossible not to. We gonna keep doing it as long as there's a need for it. We'll be here. So, there we go. It's interesting how they have this. There's a lot of people that can hop in there like that, huh?
Yep, hop in and out.
Hmm. Definitely might be doing that. Well, I gotta do it on the private side because there's no telling the kind of questions that are gonna be asked. Oh goodness. Oh yeah, I'm about to get there fast.
We are close to the goal now.
Hmm. Yes, sir. Okay. Let's make sure they can hear me. Up, they broke 40K. Goodness. Y'all want playing today? At all.
Yes, sir. Definitely appreciate it.
Exactly. It's about 50.
Nah, Definitely got to do a brief intermission.
Not playing no game. I sincerely appreciate it. It's gonna keep us coming back to the lives big time for sure. And getting this kind of engagement, of course, we'll be here. If y'all keep the bell on, y'all could tap in a lot more, a lot more. So we love you too, definitely. We're about to get ready to go. I gotta take a break. I gotta make a couple more calls. Take care of the people who are gonna need to be getting the workbooks and consoles. But I'll be back, and just know I got it all the way purple. I just want y'all to see that. It is. See, you see that?
Yep.
Man, woo! I'm about to tear this up. Okay. All in all, family. Hope this helps, and we love you guys. We'll be back hopefully tonight. Okay.
See you
Peace.
soon. Peace.